Hello there, everybody. Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play You Are Empty. This is episode 14. Last time we left the cinema where we got the exposition about the cause of this whole disaster, and now we're making our way there to shut down the device. This is the metro, and we're going to be heading underground to, I guess, try to get a shortcut to the facility. Now, this is actually a re-recording of this and the next episode, which I recorded twice previously, so there's not going to be a lot of surprises here. Rats are so juicy that one bullet went through two of them. But yeah, you might notice I sound different from the last couple episodes because I'm using my old headset instead of my new kind of lemon one. Unfortunately, the old one, while I did have it sort of fixed, has the problem where if I move the wire, the microphone will usually get disconnected, so I have to keep my head pretty steady. Well, that's not true, but good thing I'm not prone to gesticulating with my head while recording. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to RMA my new headset, and hopefully the one that replaces it does not have the same problem. Oh, well, guess we're not going that way. Another one of these big chicken men. They're really not that threatening. They're honestly kind of more likely to hit you if they're throwing manhole covers at you, which they can do even here in the metro. I guess they keep a nice little stash of them there. And this is a new fella, this weird, gurgly frogman, who is not too dangerous up close, but he does have a acidic spit, which I'm trying to get him to do here. Well, he sort of did it. Yeah, he's got like a gas mask, and he's all goopy and swollen. Don't know what his deal is. And again, another enemy that doesn't match the, machine and bits of metal strapped to them theme. But I think I've pretty much beaten to death now this game's thematic inconsistencies. The weird and wacky world of mental apocalypse, Soviet Russia. It's a good thing that we keep a nice supply of change, so we can keep using those machines. At this point, you guys shouldn't even try. There's another goopy guy there. These guys are actually kind of a bitch, because that stuff has a good little radius on it. Didn't really do very much there. But a direct hit does quite a bit of damage, like that. So it's definitely good to get up close on them and just start pouring whatever you got. Or, as we saw there, just shoot it with the Mosin twice. Twice? 3 times? I didn't actually count my shots. It's a pretty fancy metro station, even though it's all run down. Some of the Soviet countries had very nice metros built, which unfortunately are all kind of just as run down as this, from what I understand. I don't think there's a lot of priority on fixing up their metro stations now. It's kind of a not exactly pressing issue compared to some of the other stuff they have to deal with. Nice little stack here of health. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but these guys are apparently called terrorists. So, I'm not sure if that implies that they're not actually crazy, like some of the other enemies. They're just like preppers or something. That's why I got the gas masks, but... Isn't that just a... Let's kill this guy first. I was gonna say, isn't that just a map of the Moscow Metro? I mean, it looks like it maybe has a couple extra branches, but I don't know if a lot of Russian metros have that exact sort of layout. It's very similar. Fireman and a terrorist. Crap. How am I missing? With the shotgun. Fucking hit that sign though. Alright, should probably go back and get that health. You know what other enemy we haven't seen in a while? The firemen with flamethrowers. There was like, what, 2 of those in that one plant level, and then we never saw them again. Well, the miners just tried to become a major threat, and failed. Oh boy. What? How did I get that much height? I like bounced off of him. Use this big rubbery gut as a springboard. And just a welder fellow on his way to work. You know, it's funny, I said I was going to go back and get that health, and then I went and got a completely different thing of health. Probably should have got both of them. Luckily we can just reach through the here and grab that. Man, those guys make some noises when they don't see you. Even goopier than the boomers in Left 4 Dead. That's kind of a neat little detail that I don't know if we saw earlier. The firemen will actually put their hand to the gunshots occasionally. Which, not a lot of enemies in this, I don't think, show any sort of wounded state, so... Yeah, it's a nice detail, even if it's inconsistent. And as you might guess, if we jump down on these tracks, it just kills you instantly, because they are electrified. Technically, it should only be one of the rails that's electrified, but, you know, whatever. Video games. You know, this would tell us what station we're at. Should really try actually memorizing those characters. Because, like, I know what some of them are, but not enough of them that I can piece together most words, unless it's a word I've already seen before. At least in Russian, of course. There are many languages that use Cyrillic as a base and are varying degrees of similar to Russian. Some of them are not that similar at all. So this is where we need to go. But oh no, we can't just run up this escalator because it's going down. But helpfully someone left a note right there in case of such a situation. We got another couple of terrorists here. Oh, and those guys, which make the same sound. Ouch. Some health over here. Now, I kind of want to know what that is. I should look up that chemical formula. That's what, hydrogen, oxygen, and... But yeah, I'm curious what these, you know, amber jars we're swigging back are. Watch, they're just like a saline solution. Or, like, rubbing alcohol. So here's a fun detail. This spinny thing is presumably the thing that is turning the escalators. You might notice it's kind of floating. You can see that there's supposed to be a catwalk here, but for some reason they forgot to put it in. And I guess nobody noticed. So let's just turn the power off. You know, it's funny, last time I did this level, or I guess the first time, I somehow did not notice the escalators at all, so I was kind of confused where to go after turning that thing off. And when I saw those guys coming from up there, I thought that was the right way to go. Ended up walking all the way back to the beginning of the level, where that door closed, thinking I'm like, oh, do I have to backtrack here? Nope. It was only when I came back that I noticed the escalator. And here is that door right here, which we have circumvented. Also, just metro crates. Another one here, but of course it's broken, so that, wow, you can flip that really fast. So we just carry on. So, fuck, I forget what K would be. Well, not K, but, you know, the character that looks like K. One of these times I'm just gonna fall into like a pit full of like 10 of those rats, and all of my snarky comments about them will come back to bite me in the ankles, I guess? I was gonna say ass, but I can't really jump that high. I never really looked at how leathery these guys are. They almost kind of look burnt, which is, you know, ironic. Or maybe not ironic at all. Maybe that actually just makes total sense. Oh boy. Yeah, there's no fucking cover there. I forgot about that guy. Remember to save your work, and save often, otherwise you have to replay the entire level to get back to where you were. Alright, we're ready for him this time. I'm gonna try to just pop him in the face when he comes around the corner, and I'll probably miss. Nope. I think that was just a straight shot through the heart, for which I was definitely to blame. Yep, let's just get sniped by the next one instead. Yep, just keep shooting me through that box. Oh, of course I'm not loaded. Alright. Could have done better, but we made it through. And there's some health right there. As long as I don't get shot. Should be... I was gonna say we should be alright, but the box blew up my health, didn't it? Nope. I guess you can shoot health, but you can't get it crushed, which is nice. Because we definitely needed that. These must be Wetro crates. The Metro's slightly eviler twin. Or perhaps Wa Metro. And what do you know? That's our train.
Наступна станція університет.
Шановні пасажири, поступайтесь місцями ветеранам праці, інвалідам і людям похилого віку.
Make sure we top up our health, and we're off. Yet again, another ghost train taking us to our destination. Next stop, episode 15. This explains everything.